Some time ago, we discussed what would happen if the oxygen in Earth's atmosphere were to double. The link to that video is in the description, and you can also find it by clicking the I button above. Make sure to check out that video after this one. It's a very important video. What would happen if oxygen completely disappeared? Not for long, just for 5 seconds. Now the question is, could you hold your breath for those 5 seconds and save yourself? Would the Earth remain the same? Or in those 5 seconds, would human civilization or thousands of years of our hard work turn to dust? Just imagine your attempt to take a breath becomes the cause of your death. When oxygen disappears, a vacuum forms in the air. Our lungs start to collapse and our ears begin to rupture. Breathing becomes impossible for us. Within moments, the body goes into panic mode. The brain goes blank and darkness clouds our vision. But we thought we could hold our breath for 5 seconds. However, this isn't enough for survival, because oxygen isn't just for staying alive. It's also the foundation of the stability of chemicals and compounds around us. The atomic bonding of strong materials like glass, concrete, and steel depends on oxygen. So as soon as oxygen completely disappears, their chemical structure starts to break down. The result? Buildings collapse in on themselves and crumble, as if their strength has been stripped away. And it's not just buildings. Earth's crust is also made of oxygen-based compounds like silica and oxides. When these compounds suddenly destabilize, tectonic plates come under stress and start to shift. This means massive cracks would form all over the world. Earthquakes of 10 to 15 magnitude would become common, and all of this would happen in just 5 seconds. Oxygen isn't just important for humans, but for machines too. Whether it's planes, cars, or any combustion-based engine, they're just heaps of junk without oxygen. Internal combustion engines, like the ones in your bike, car, or truck, use oxygen to burn fuel. Without oxygen, combustion is impossible, but the most horrifying effect would be on jet planes. Jet planes travel at ultra-fast speeds at high altitudes, but their propulsion is also based on oxygen compression. As soon as oxygen disappears, their engines fail, and all planes start to freefall with gravity. The absence of oxygen doesn't just affect combustion engines. Electric vehicles are impacted too, because their battery cooling systems also rely on air-based combustion. But now comes the most dangerous effect: the disappearance of the ozone layer. Ozone, or O3, is formed from oxygen, or O2. And when oxygen, or O, disappears, the ozone layer starts to break down too. So what does this ozone layer do? It acts like an invisible shield that prevents the sun's ultraviolet, or UV, radiation from reaching Earth. UV rays, especially UVB and UVC, are extremely harmful. They can burn your skin, causing instant sunburns and even cellular DNA damage. So as soon as the ozone layer vanishes, UV rays start hitting you directly without any filter. Human skin is affected, but so are plant chloroplasts, animal tissues, and sea life. All become vulnerable. Even 5 seconds of direct UV exposure could wipe out billions of microscopic organisms that form the foundation of the ecosystem. When we think about oxygen, our focus is only on air and breathing. But oxygen isn't just in the atmosphere, it's also in every molecule of water. Water equals H2O. This means every water molecule has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. And with oxygen completely disappearing, the structure of water molecules would also completely break down. The result? water could temporarily vaporize or disassociate. Rivers and water in the air would turn into gas and disappear. For aquatic life, this would be an apocalyptic moment. Fish and marine organisms that survive in oxygenated water would instantly start suffocating and dying. And with the sudden disappearance of water, another side effect would be pressure imbalance. The disturbance in the stability of oceans would cause massive air displacement. So 5 seconds later, it could create tsunami-like shockwaves, because as soon as oxygen returns after 5 seconds, water would return too. This would bring floods, turbulence, and destruction all mixed together. It's not just water. Fire also needs 3 things to exist: heat, fuel, and oxygen, known as the fire triangle. With oxygen gone, the fire triangle is incomplete. Every flame burning around the world would instantly go out. Hearing this, you might think it's a relief. Forest fires would stop, machines would shut down, and peace would prevail in the world. But don't forget, this peace is only for 5 seconds, because as soon as oxygen returns to the atmosphere, all the heat and fuel would start reacting again. Stored chemicals in factories, power plants, and fuel tanks would cause instant blasts that would be impossible for us to control. Airports, gas stations, and rocket launch pads everywhere would be a scene of utter devastation. So now you understand how these 5 seconds, which seem so short to us, could be so catastrophic for our world. It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But there's less fiction and more science in this. If you like watching such videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because 95% of people watch my videos, enjoy them, but don't subscribe. On this channel, we're going to bring a lot of big scenarios and quality space content in the future. So if you don't want to miss them, stay with us. See you with another knowledge-filled video. Until then, take care. Thank you.